Yeah.
Are you guys paying attention to uh like what the market was doing overnight and what it had previously done?
I've taken that into consideration every time I'm charting pre-markets now. That's a big thing. Cool. Because when we first talked about like, oh, the overnight session, how we weren't really paying attention to it, I think it really plays a huge role in like my analysis now.
Yeah.
And it's
I
actually
agree.
been helping. It's actually been helping me with the trades, especially with this one. The one I took
Yeah,
today or on this one.
for sure.
Super important.
Did you screenshot it, Ewa?
Yeah, I got it. Say that again, Gabe. What were you saying about your overnight analysis?
Oh, and I've taken into consideration that the overnight session and the pre-market session is super important to your current analysis for that day. It plays a huge part in where the market's going to go, and it's been helping me in my trades, and it helped me with this one for this day. It was a perfect rally-based rally, and I think Eric, you took the same trade, you just didn't hold.
Yeah.
If you guys have
Yeah, me and Eric
any,
took. What happened?
I was gonna say, if you have any way to like explain how you see the overnight session, because yeah, I don't look at it at all other than charting some pre-market zones. But and I
Yeah,
know
you
there's
gotta.
something to it as well, but I just haven't even I don't have a clue to how to look at it.
I remember me and Eric were barely figuring that out. Remember we were talking about that, like how we weren't paying attention to pre-market and overnight, and we're like, dude, maybe we should start like paying attention to it. Yeah,
I'm
and then
looking for a. I know I have a day where I took a screenshot of like the larger market,
mm,
but I can't find it right now. My bad, either. I'll pull it up in a bit.
I'm sure we'll
But
find the next one.
February.
I took two losses again, two shorts that went wrong.
At supply.
What price is that at? 627.
This
Yeah.
was like Okay, one thing I wanted to bring up was Sunday. There was a huge sell-off overnight going into Monday that I forgot to mention about. 122-point drop overnight. And I told myself to watch for choppiness. There was still volatility, but I feel like that alone is one thing to think about going into the next trading day. Like there was a large drop, so there's a possibility that a bigger move either comes or it just like chops for a bit. Um,
for this day, you're talking about
what?
for this day.
Going into this day now, there was a what is this? From 6031 to what is 59.94, there was a drop. Market consolidated for a bit, and then from here it popped up back up into supply. It tried to pull back down. It didn't. It didn't really fall much, and when it popped back up, supply VX was weak. I'm trying to see what NQ was doing. NQ was already above supply. So that was, oh yeah, NQ has been a super big thing I've been paying attention to in regards to the percentage growth. If NQ at this moment was super uh had a higher percentage growth than ES, and to me that means when NQ breaks resistance, ES is most likely going to follow with that. So that may already gave me a bullish sentiment as uh, ES was approaching this 45-minute supply, and the fact that it didn't push down aggressively on this pullback. So that as far as context, and then at this time we seen ES had an outlier, but I forget you guys aren't looking at my other screen. My bad.
Just do better, bro.
What time was the trade that you took, Gabriel?
It was around 6:30, 40, 45, around 6:45.
All right. I entered at 6:42:38, so that already happened. Fuck.
Yeah, mine's
Oh,
already
but this
happened.
what?
Mine's happened too at 6:41.
6:41, and you went short.
Yeah, entered at 6:25, and then I got stopped at 6:28.
Okay, like right here, what was your outlier that you were using?
But man, I don't know if I don't have an outlier written down. Usually my screenshots would have those red or green lines, but because it's just been shutting off on me, it hadn't been saving those lines. So right now, let me read my notes.
Sure, because you were in a supply zone, right?
Yeah, I'm in a supply zone for sure. If you guys don't see any, because I'm sure I would have caught whatever outliers you guys did, but at the moment I don't have them saved. Let me just read my notes.
For some reason, my book map is just showing this 600 lot outlier. But on my book map, on my screenshot, the outlier looks way better. That's crazy.
So I reposted my trade for that day on the main chat, so you guys don't have to go. So you guys don't have to scroll. So I can
right
describe. Yeah, just right now. Go all the way. Oh yeah, that one. Yeah,
you have your book map?
my book map one.
Yeah.
Okay, let me.
100.
Is it this one?
No, I got it. I'm gonna send it right now. All right, I'm posting it. Okay, posted it.
Damn, it goes fast.
So this is what I saw, Eloy. Yeah, right here. So it was a base rally, and notice how the consolidation is inside pre-market. It's inside the overnight session on ES, and I labeled the lows of consolidation, and the highs of consolidation was the pre-market highs. So I knew that if this was a true base rally, that once it broke pre-market highs, it can go higher because now that's a key level. And if it went lower, I can take a short based off the lows of consolidation because that would be a rally based drop. And the key level intraday would be lows of consolidation. So consolidation, I've been using as intraday key levels because only way the market, the only direction the market can go after consolidation is up or down. So if it's making higher lows and higher highs, then I'm assuming it's going to go up. And if it goes up, then it's breaking out of the key zone, which can make it push higher. Same for the short. If it breaks the key zone of the lows of consolidation, you can take it short because there's only two directions the market can go. So I've been using consolidation as like key levels based off market context and based off signals and indicators as well. Obviously, I'm not just using the consolidation to take a trade, but if the signals are there, you can use consolidation to your advantage. So, and like I say, paying attention to pre-market and overnight session is important because this played a big role in this huge ass move. So you gotta just pay attention and be aware of that as well. And it was a perfect rally-based rally.
Yeah, the
It
way
was
you
like
explained consolidation,
yeah,
it needed that. I feel like it's something I
yeah.
wasn't using. I mean, I know what consolidation is. I didn't know how to use it to my trade. So the way you explained it right now, I'm like, oh, that's right. Like, I need to pay more attention to that when it's
Yeah,
happening.
so you know how when we extend the lines and we see the price respecting our key levels and our supply zones and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
it's the same context with the short consolidations. It's the same context. If price is respecting the lows of this consolidation line constantly, then that could be a small key level. Now, I'm not using it as like a whole key level like our supplies and demand zones would be, but it's something to consider when your zones aren't nearby, or your key zones are nearby at least. You can be like, okay, this is rallying and it's consolidating. Only way the market can go is up or down or sideways, continue. But if it breaks up, if it looks like it's breaking up, then get ready for that long. Get ready for it to go up and then pull back into pre-market at least, and then take it. Or the reverse, drop and then wait for that retest of the lows of consolidation and then take it drop or take it short. But they become little key zones because market can't break above or below it at that moment. And I've been using that, and I'll show you in the other ones. It's I've been using context a lot. I know my trades haven't been in my zones, but I can prove to you I'm not just taking random trades.
Mm-hmm. And
So I'll explain the other one.
in that screenshot of ES right there, how can you tell? Obviously, I can see what consolidation looks like when I see it on a chart, but like in the moment, how can you tell? Like what eventual candles are letting you understand? Oh, we're consolidating right now.
Well, the fact that it's not breaking above pre-market, that's already a resistance zone.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see where the wicks are, and then where I put the lows of consolidation, that line is kind of in the middle. Yeah, right there. No, we'll go left a little bit more. Right there, right there, right there. That red candle right there is where I put the as a resistance for the consolidation. So like I put like the line there as like the support zone for the consolidation. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
because it aligned with those little three candles, and then it was respecting that support at when it broke above. So yeah, right there. So I just kept it like that, and that was loads of consolidation for me. And notice how it wicked up. It did break, but it wicked up, and VWAP was right under it. To me, that all looked bullish to me, and it was making higher lows and higher highs. And look at the curl and VWAP, and plus everything else I was seeing on Bookmap, there was an outlier as well. There was two outliers that I took. It was just for me, it was a clean setup. I don't know.
No, that looks
And
tight. I never thought of
I
that
was
stuff.
just, yeah, I was just seeing longs that day.
Mm.
That's why I said the 45-minute supply zone was too close for supply for me. It was too close to make a key zone for me.
Mm.
Because I was like, price isn't breaking above it. Like it's not even breaking above pre-market. So why it's struggling to break this 45? I mean, price is too close to the 45-minute and it's not breaking pre-market yet. But it's making higher lows and it's everything just looks bullish to me. I don't know. But I'm just saying, just use pre-market and overnight session as context, and I'll show you more examples. Even if Friday I didn't even trade, but I can see an example already. But yeah, I'm done with that one.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, there was no other setup for me. I mean, shit. Listening to you is kind of crazy because, and even looking at your chart, I didn't even see consolidation like that exactly how you broke it down, which is crazy to me.
Start calling more
But
shit out, Gabe.
I was able to I was able to still take the same exact trade.
That's the crazy thing. We see different things, but we can take the same trade. That's crazy to me.
Explain all that so we can have more context, like different ways to look at the same thing. Like you guys keep explaining your ways.
What do you mean?
Like no, like what Gabe just said. Like you guys both saw similar things with a different way to look at it. Like Gabe saw it through consolidation. Maybe you saw it through an outlier or something. But
Oh, he wants to see your viewpoint of what you saw.
yeah, like was it order
Oh,
flow or something?
um, shit.
Because you were saying bullish too in the beginning,
Yeah.
so you must have saw something. Because Eloy was seeing shorts, right, Eloy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Without outliers, I was just more like, oh, it's not breaking. It's not breaking above. It must want to respect it and go down. But that wasn't enough. Like just like that's a lesson I learned maybe 2 weeks ago with these reviews, and then I remember the following week I had like a bunch. Last week I won a lot of my trades using that method, but not that it wasn't a guaranteed method. It was just more of like, yeah, that happened to work, but there's other things I wasn't seeing that were also present that could have made me not think that. And like the way you guys are explaining it right now, it's
well,
I need that
well,
stuff.
well, well. See, that's what I was thinking too. It wasn't breaking above pre-market. You could have been right, but also you have to consider if it's not breaking support. If it's not breaking support either, then you can't be biased towards one direction unless you see the indicators. And what I was seeing was VWAP was curling up, super bullish. It was under the lows of consolidation. Price was making higher lows and higher highs, and NQ was strong on that day too, and it broke above yesterday's highs. And VX was dropping as well, so all that shit was just bullish to me.
Yeah, and the way you just
So
said
I was just
VWAP was curve. The way you said the higher lows were above the VWAP, I'm like, I didn't think of that either. I'm like, dang, that's another way to look at it
yeah, you got to take into consideration all that stuff.
for sure.
But it's just eye training, like you know, you'll get it. I barely started getting this shit. Like market context, I didn't. Like Eric was the one who told us about market context, and I was like, "Fuck, I should just pay attention to that more." He's right.
Fuck Eric, dude.
I just,
I
dude,
mean,
without Eric, I would quit.
for me, this whole week I was emphasizing my NQ as like guiding me, like using the percentage. So I mentioned that earlier. Th- this week I was like just comparing NQs, who's stronger for the day. So already the fact that NQ was stronger and was just easily breaking through this 45-minute supply zone, that gave me bullish sentiment. So when the market came down to my key level, I was also watching for NQ to hold pre-market high. and the fact that NQ was still holding above consolidation, above pre-market high, and now going to my ES. Uh, the way just it was approaching these levels. I don't know. It just felt bullish. He's right. 45-minute supply didn't seem like a strong zone to the upside. So that contextually gave me the bullish sentiment. And then going into my book map, I had this. It was like 1,000. I think it was 1,000 lots. But using two outliers, so that's what trips me out too.
Yeah, I just see two others.
That's
I
who.
don't have a I don't have a closer view of my uh, book map here, but it pulled back to it, and I seen an aggressive pop after seeing this pop. So it popped up off the aggressive out selling. When it pulled back down, I wanted to see it hold above. Got that entry on the aggressive push, and I was able to just hold it. But news was coming out at 7, and I didn't want to stay into 7. But rather than waiting for it to get closer, like maybe 648, 649, and allowing it to hit my target, um, I just got out of fear of news. I could have waited a little longer.
Damn, your screenshots look
But
like
I
you
would
be.
definitely not hold it through the news, at least not in this moment of my trading, just because, like the way we seen on Friday, Eva, that drop off of the news, like that could have happened here on news, but to the downside if it was bad information. But probabilities look good to the upside. But my whole basis off of my bullish sentiment started with the fact that NQ was breaking above the supply easily and was the stronger instrument. That's what started allowing me to start seeing the market in a bullish way.
I like that.
Um, Next day,
Yeah.
what day is that, Gabriel?
It is the
Fifth.
5th.
This one that you just put?
Yeah, I